So, day 2 of the 90-day challenge. I've just hopped off the scale. 1.6 pounds lost yesterday, so I'm very happy with that for my first day. Although technically it's not my first day, I've been training for a while, but this is a little goal, a midpoint goal. So yeah, off to a good start. Time for some supplements and then to hit the gym. Okay, let's get to the gym. I've actually forgotten what I got planned for today. I keep all my workouts on my phone, so let's see. Week 1, Monday. Oh good, hamstrings, calves and triceps. Yeah, good times. That's a long one. Oh yeah, I also still need petrol. I forgot that. So it's not as nice today as it was yesterday. But you know what? With over 1.5 pounds lost on the first day of my challenge, it's a lovely day. It's amazing what a little bit of weight loss does, a little bit of reaching your goal does for you when for building up your mood. Off to a good start there. I think I need to be losing 3 pounds or more a week to hit my target, so I'm halfway through my first week's target on day 1. Good times! Although that's probably going to be fluids and things because I hadn't trained much for for last week, if I'm honest. I was feeling mardy. Red Bull! It's actually quite a bit warmer than yesterday, but it's really grey and overcast. Doesn't matter in the gym though. Got my Bose headphones. Today's sweat is going to be brought to you by the Beastie Boys, by Republica, by AC/DC and by Metallica. Make some noise. It's a funny thing getting up to go to the gym. I start early, it's not even 6 AM yet. I work long hours. I work until night. It's one of the perks of having your own business. And it's so easy sometimes to just get back under the duvet. But then if you give yourself a goal, because, let me rephrase that, it's so easy to only look at the big picture. And I was talking about this with Helen yesterday, and she said exactly the same thing. When we look at the huge task, it's very hard to see how you're ever going to achieve that goal. If you break it down into smaller tasks, like this now, 2 stone before the holiday, suddenly it's much easier. And then when I come back and I look at where I've got, that'll have been 7 stone. I'll be halfway to where, I mean, I'm really overweight. So 7 stone seems huge, but it's only half my goal. But I'll be at the halfway point. So, and then we'll have another goal. We'll have a Christmas goal, or a January goal, or an Easter goal. So, break the task down into something that seems more manageable. sound like a teacher. This can be one of the harder parts now, because you're tired, caffeine hasn't started doing its thing yet, just want to, you know, go back to bed, but you know that once you've done your exercise, once you've done your training, you'll feel great all day. So you just got to keep that in mind, that you'll feel great soon. Get amongst it. Somebody asked why my car sounds so funny. What's that whine? It's actually an electric hybrid. So you hear, especially when you're braking, it has a system called regenerative braking, which is basically really big dynamos attached to the wheels. And so when you slow down, instead of using brake pads to clamp onto brake discs, although it has those too, if you're just slowing down, you'll actually use the dynamos to then recharge the car's battery. It's quite clever, and the whole floor plan is batteries. So everything we're sitting on is batteries. It's a petrol hybrid, so it has a petrol engine too, but the most of the torque comes from the electric motor. Kind of sounds weird. It sounds a little bit like kicked off of Knight Rider back in the 80s, only without the camp computer. The computer's quite human. Sounds like this.
After the beep, say a shortcut menu command. Say help at any time for additional instructions.
Bring me pizza.
Call Peter.
No.
Say the corresponding contact number from the...
I don't even know.
After the beep, after the beep, say a shortcut menu command.
Even my computer doesn't want me to have pizza. Right then, here we are. There's somebody camping on the beach in a tiny little tent. What on earth are they doing there? Well, camping, but you know. Here we are at the gym. Yes, there's a car behind. It's a very noisy car. Just nags at you. Oh, cars, oh, birds. Come on. Okay, right then. So, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Oh boy, so here we are. Oh, that was brutal, I'm not gonna lie. Can barely feel my arms, can barely feel my calves. Because the plan I'm on, Helen's a little bit evil, so you'll do loads of, you know, isolation work in one area. And then right at the end, you'll have like a little mix it up. So I've been doing traps and a little bit of hamstrings and some shoulders, and then out of nowhere calves. Combined with my quads and glutes from yesterday, I may never walk again. Good times. Red Bull. All right then. As I was saying earlier, you feel immediately better when you've trained for the day. It just, as much as you don't want to go before you get here, and as strong as, you know, the urge is to just turn around and go back to bed. Now it's worth it. Now you're like, yes, I've trained, I've burned a ton of calories. I just stopped my watch. 870 calories on that session, so that's good. And yeah, that's just the morning session. So one of the every cloud and all that, one of the at least the good things about being morbidly obese, that's not a good thing. One of the byproducts of being morbidly obese is that you burn a ton of calories in the gym, an absolute ton. So with that in mind, if I can keep up, you know, at least 1,000 calories a day as my target for a while. I should hit my 2 stone 3 month target. May even have some to spare, but that'd be nice. It would be nice if I get down there. It's going to be something like a 10-year low or something like that, you know. So I spent more of my life being obese than I have being. Here's the thing, I don't even know what it's like to be a normal weight. The first time I remember weighing was when I was 18 years old and I was over 18 stone. So I don't know what normal feels like. I briefly got to under 18 stone in my 20s, but it didn't last. I changed jobs, and I've had a habit of yo-yo dieting, so this is the first time in my life, this is the longest time of sustained weight loss and exercise. I've had this habit of going at it, you know, 100% for a couple of months, have a couple of stone loss, and then fall off the wagon and it just comes back on again. But I've been fairly consistent now for 8 months, and I've got a total loss of over 5 stone. It's been slow, I'll be honest, and you know, we all want to lose weight quicker, but at least it's coming off, and it's more, and it's consistent. So hopefully that stays. I've never gone into the way I'm training at the moment is how I usually am, right at the start of, you know, yes, back to the gym. I've never been this enthusiastic. I've never put this much into training when I'm already training. And you need that sometimes. I think you need, you know, yo-yo dieting and putting the weight back on, not so good. But I suspect yo-yoing, but you don't blow everything, you just don't lose for a month or two, you just maintain. Well, that seems quite sensible, because then you're putting everything in for a loss, and you can just sit back for a second and, you know, not gain, and then push again. So, I mean, you know, that seems to be working for me this time around. I haven't had much of a gain in 9 months, something like that. I've had short-term gains, water retention, and I went on holiday and gained 1.5 stone and then lost it all within a week, so that must have been water, you know. Consistency and goals which are achievable. I'll be honest, last week I nearly fell off. I stopped training. I kept eating clean, but I felt, why am I trying? It's too difficult. There's too much weight to lose. I'm never going to get there. I see the people who are coaching me, Helen, Sammy, people at the gym, and they're incredible. They're in amazing shape. They look fantastic. They live and drink and eat and breathe fitness. I just have doubts that I can be that person, and then, you know, it just takes something to spark it again, and you know. The big thing for me, my initial goal. I'm a huge fan of Disney World and theme parks and rides and Universal and all of it. But I'm too big to ride on some of the rides. I'm simply too fat to fit in. I fit in fine in SeaWorld, where they think I'm an orca whale and try and feed me fish. So there's that. But I'm not a big fan of fish, to be honest. And black and white tends to wash me out a little bit, so... Plus I can't do the backflips. So hopefully the weight loss will be sufficient this year that I can finally get on some of the rides that I haven't been able to go on since they opened. Yeah. A good session today. I feel that went well. My shoulders have some definition that I can see, which is nice. And a lot of people say that the first place you'll see the gains, especially if you've got a lot of fat to lose, is in your shoulders. There's not much fat on top of them. It just rolls off. So yeah, I can see it. My shoulders have some definition and look quite good, which is that's good, right?